What's up, bitches? We are back. Warning, the following is intended for immature adult audiences. Please do not attempt any of the stunts, activities mentioned in this podcast, future podcasts, or previous podcasts. Shout out to the guy that went to 305 to 215 in a week, aka John Wayne Gravy. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. What's up, Beer League? Oh, shit. It's been so long that we've done this. What's up, Beer League hockey fans and fellow dumpers? Welcome to another unedited, unfiltered, worldwide Dump and Skate podcast, the #1 Beer League hockey podcast in the Bluffton, Hilton Head area, Pooler, Georgia area, and Aurora, Oswego, and Naperville, Illinois area, and the countries of Israel, Canada, Colombia, Bosnia, and Saudi Naperville. Hide your phones. I'm the podcast scheduler, social media content creator, the guy who brings sponsors to the podcast, the broken, old, and decrepit better, the infamous ball buster, the one who doesn't lose any sleep if you don't like me. I'm the podcast graphic designer and merch creator, Jeremy. How bad am I at hockey? So bad, I wear my jersey backwards and didn't even notice Abdoo. Fucking Bender. What a dipshit. That was so embarrassing. With me as always. All right, you just calm down there, Uber driver. With me as always, the man that makes this podcast possible, the only producer that doesn't do any editing, the talent of the podcast, but not on the ice, the most loyal friend and brother that will always have your back on and off the ice, the team daddy sitter, the one I used to nag about uploading podcasts, but now I have to remind him that we even do a podcast. Jeremy, when Abdoo yells, no, I'm driving, still driving into the wrong lane, Holland. But I did save the zeros when you decided to slam on the brakes.
Oh my gosh.
The worst Uber rating ever.
Hey, hang on.
Oh, great. Hang on. All right.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all shapes, sizes, and flavors? Welcome back again to your favorite worldwide Beer League podcast, the one and only Dump and Skate podcast. We are super excited to be back. Yes, it has been, according to my Spotify and YouTube trackers, where we were looking at likes and follows and all that stuff, it has been about a month since we've recorded anything. As a matter of fact, it's been, I think, almost a month and a half now.
Your monthly podcast.
Your monthly podcast, yes. As you can tell from the screen right now, there is a nice big blur in the background because my kitchen is still under construction. I am sitting at what will be the new dining area, and so instead of facing the window where I had the nice Dump and Skate stuff behind me.
For those guys listening on Spotify, you can tell he's got a nice blur in the background. Or an apple.
If you're watching on YouTube, which we encourage you to do because it's hilarious. So, oh man, yes, we got a ton to talk about. Before we do that, we are super excited about I don't know if we call it a new partnership. Let's call it that. We're super excited about a new partnership that we got through Abdoo, and we're really happy to be able to introduce them to you guys today. So, okay, snack lovers, this one is for you. If your chip game is stuck on boring, it is time for an upgrade. Meet the one and only El Ranchava, the crunchy, flavorful, can't stop eating them tortilla chips,
Facts.
Brown bag chips, and tostadas. What are you saying in the middle of the read?
Facts. Can't stop eating them.
Facts. Every batch is made from traditional family recipes with high quality, all natural ingredients, and they're completely gluten-free, so everyone can enjoy the bold and authentic flavor. Whether you're dipping into guac, pairing with a salsa, or just snacking straight out of the bag, or as my kid did with them today, ate some queso from Sam's Club. El Ranchava delivers crunch and heart in every bite.
Okay. Way to go,
and now, exciting news. Starting on August 15th, which is already here, so this is not like stuff we're telling you about the future. This is going on right now. You can now get El Ranchava chips delivered right to your door. Just visit elranchava.com. Order your favorites online. Taste the difference. El Ranchava, the tradition you can crunch. They are delicious. They sent us some sample bags and some other great things. And so did do I get the same chips?
We got the same everything.
So we got a traditional that's like a brown bag one that was really good. They had a restaurant style one and a salted one. My kid and I were eating them when I got home from work today. And the restaurant style ones are like a thinner, like more of a pop when you bite it. The other ones are a heavier chip, a lot more of like a crunch. And then we got a chili lime one that is a little deceptive. I ate a bit of one and I was like, oh, this isn't bad. And then I hit like a big chunk of the flavor and I was like, okay, this is a little bit hot. So was definitely hammering some salsa with some of the alternating between the salted El Ranchava chips and the restaurant style, but they were delicious. And so super excited to be able to introduce these to you guys. If you are not familiar with them, go look them up, hit that website up. They are in, which chain did you say they were in already?
Walmart.
So they're already in Walmart. So if you got a Walmart nearby you, you can go get them. But if you say, hey, I live in an Amazon world where I just click buttons and things are sent to me, you can go get these through their website. And we are super excited to be able to introduce that to you. That website, again, is elranchava.com. So
really quick, I grew up on these chips when I was younger. And every time I come back to Chicago, I would always buy like 8 bags and bring them back with me. So these chips are really good. Just letting you know, like, way to go.
Yeah.
Holland.
Yeah, they're delicious. I love them. I popped open the brown bag last night and ate a few of them. I told my son he was not allowed to touch them until I at least taste tested all of them. My wife and my son love chips and dip, chips and queso. And so I was at the grocery store today, bought some queso for my kid and some salsa, and was definitely partaking with some salsa myself. My son definitely hammered down some chips. He actually took a few of every single one, went upstairs and ate the dip using a variety of the El Ranchava chips.
The green bag is my favorite.
The salted ones?
No, the green bag. It's
That's
just
the salted ones.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said
the salted
ones. Sorry.
No, salted. So the brown bag, must be something different between the brown bag and the green bag, but I think they're relatively the same chip, but I didn't read the label on the brown bag to know. But they're good. Those are the ones I was eating first. I think we've eaten almost half that bag in 2 days. So
I'm glad you like them.
If it was the Abdoo house, it would be all 3 bags would be gone.
Or if it was the Cooch's house, or if they.
Oh, for crying out loud! He'd feed them to everyone, and we would need 72 bags.
Then you have to go to the gym and sit in the damn sauna for 30 minutes, miss 10 calls, and you can't shit for 4 days.
Take 42 poops just to get back down to your starting weight.
I gave myself a Miralax enema as I'm chugging another bottle of Miralax. Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
So before we go into so you guys, if you're not familiar, the title of the show, Home at Last, we went back to Abdoo's home stomping ground of Naperville, and we were super excited to be there, back in his home rink all seasons. We want to give a huge shout out to a bunch of people that helped make this weekend a huge success. Starting first and foremost with the one and only Rob Cooch and the Zeros Drink brand. Rob Abdoo dreamed up this idea of, hey, we traveled last summer. It was a lot of fun. He said, why not let's go try to put one on in Naperville. Even if we only get 3 or 4 teams, it'll be a fun skate, just like what we did in Atlanta. Be a great time for Abdoo's Savannah friends to meet Abdoo's Chicago friends. So the idea was born. Rob immediately jumped all over it and said, let's do it. Let's make it a Zeros thing. And so really quickly, it was a Zeros/dump and skate tournament. It didn't take long, and all seasons, the one and only Chris Chelios jumped in on it, and his wife, Kate, big supporters of us, big supporters of the tournament. We were super thrilled to be there. Could not have asked for better hosts. Super accommodating through locker room usage, working through getting the Zeros up there into the bar, Kate trying them, pushing them, selling them, things like that. It was just really good to get to meet those guys. Had a big help from the guys that be in our sports, especially John Marola. Got the chance to skate with him, talk with him. We've done a lot of business with those guys online. And so it was a huge it was just really exciting to be able to meet him in person, tell him thank you for everything he's done, And so I think there was a lot of mutual respect, enjoyment from kind of getting to meet everybody. And then I'm probably leaving people out on this, I'm sure, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. The BNR staff, like I said, you and I got up there Thursday, or you were up there already. Chris and I flew out on Thursday, met up with you, and I think we probably spent a collective 8 hours over the whole weekend just hanging out in the BNR Pro Shop, hanging out with Wilt, Lily, Shane, and the whole rest of the BNR crew. Super gracious hosts. We were like, adult kids just hanging in the pro shop all over again. So a lot of fun. Like I said, can't thank Chelios and his wife enough for being such great hosts. Chelly did a wonderful job with the schedule, getting everything sorted out, even down to communicating with us and all about, hey, there's two teams that traveled up from Savannah. It'd be crazy for us to have traveled all that way and play against each other. Chelly made sure that no matter where we kind of went, that if we were to play each other, that the only way that would happen would be in a championship game. And so Chelios was a great host, really, really good scheduler. Just cannot say enough things about it. It was really nice to see all seasons. Great facility, 2-sheet facility. Refs were good. Teams were great. Shout out to all the teams that played. I will try to run through them really quick. Not going to be able to say Gert's team's name, though, so you're going to have to say that one for me.
Fucked, but it's spelled
PHUKD. Yeah. So, and that was Chris Gert and his group of misfits.
That's my men's league team here. It's a combination of sodomy and linkoping. And thanks for getting that together.
Shout out to the Savannah Mod Squad, which was Andrew Robertson, Raddick, John Henry, Austin Trotter, a handful of other guys from the Chicago area and from the Savannah area. Josh Means, good friend of ours from way back, traveled in from Colorado to skate with those guys. Of course, shout out to the Zeros boys that made it, showed out, had a good time, ate way too much food in Chicago, way too much food.
We'll get to that too, because I'm still rocked up.
Shout out to let's see, who did we skate against?
Rain.
Jack. No, let's save those guys for last. Okay. So Jack and the Screaming Seaman. Wasn't it the Screaming Seaman?
Eskimo Seaman.
Eskimo. So the Eskimo Seaman, and they're a combo team, I think, as well. Correct?
They're a combo team. I can't remember the Eskimo Kings, but that's wrong. And then the Screaming Seaman. So they combined their name to Eskimo Seaman, which is great. I like that too.
Of course you do.
Anything to do with seaman, I'm totally down.
Perfect. Big nautical fan, Abdoo is. Then we had Rock's Barbecue. Shout out to those guys. Cahill was part of that roster. Those guys were out in the parking lot, tailgating and barbecuing it up. On Saturday, we got a chance to hang out with them for a few minutes and just catch up, chat, shoot the breeze, chew the fat. It was really, really good. Great group of guys. I think they had a blast. They said they really enjoyed the Zeros, had a really good time. Then we had the Icecocks. So we got to skate against those guys. They were in a different bracket, but got to play them in a crossover game. Shout out to Hustlin' and those boys for putting a team together. Then we had team number 8 that had no names, a bunch of young guys, probably in their early 20s. I think at one point I asked them if they were all 18. They were like, no, we're 21.
Themselves the Young Drunks. That would be
the Young Drunks. Game. Yeah, I think the kids had a really, really good time. I think the most I ever saw on their roster at one time was 7 skaters. So they skated a lot of the tournament with only 1 or 2 subs. So shout out to those kids for being troopers. I think they were a late add in there. But those kids partied pretty hard. We dropped off 24 zeros to every team kind of as a welcome gift. And there were 7 of them in the locker room. So those boys worked through some zeros. They came walking out of their locker room after the first game carrying the big tub with probably 15 of the 24 zeros still sitting down in the tub. And so, and then last but not least, I think I got everybody, Team Rain. So Team Rain is a team out of Tampa initially, but the majority of the guys that skated on this were all NIU guys. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Northern Illinois, NIU guys.
Yeah, Northern Illinois guys, or former Northern Illinois guys, with a couple guys that came up out of Tampa. So Rain is I believe, travel team, but I think they may just be a men's league team too. And they are sponsored by a strip club by the name of Rain, and on the back of all of their jerseys are the various strippers' names. So we played them very first game. We realized who they were, or at least recognized the jerseys and things like that from their social media. They got a pretty big social media presence. I think Spit and Chicklets may have, that relatively small hockey podcast. I think they may have spotlighted them in some social media posts and stuff like that. So thought it was hilarious that they were there. It's just really, really cool. Like I said, a couple of guys were out of Tampa, so they are a part of the actual Tampa team. Yeah, it was really neat for them. So we did a cool photo op. I think they've been posting some of it on their social media. I think the Zeros guys posted some of theirs. So really, really, really good group of guys. A lot of fun. Really good tournament. Pretty even all the way across the board. As far as teams, at least one or two teams were a little shorthanded, and so that made some of their games a little more difficult, a little lopsided. But for the most part, pretty even across the board. Really, really good time. And finally, a huge shout out to my podcast partner, who was the brain trust for this. He's the one that spearheaded it, that lost sleep over it, and agonized and scrutinized to make sure that everybody was going to have a good time on the ice, off the ice, the whole weekend. So big shout out to my guy, the one and only Jeremy. It's not my problem, Abdoo. Big shout out to my guy. So I hope the weekend was good for you, buddy, because we had a blast. Naperville was beautiful. I kept telling you, it doesn't matter what we do. We'll just go do whatever you want to do. We're good. We were just happy to be there, kind of be around your peeps, and kind of get to hang with some of your people and just hang in your old stomping ground. So,
hey, look, I was really putting some pressure on me to making sure everyone had a good time. And at one point, you just said, "Stop asking." Yes, Sarah would love it here. Yes, I had a good time.
Yeah, that was the only drawback for me,
Mm-hmm.
was that unfortunately Sarah couldn't make the trip, and what made that even worse was Saturday was her birthday, so I was 1,000 miles away on my wife's birthday, which was a bummer. Not how we had planned it. We had originally planned it for her to be there with us, be able to celebrate in yet another city with her for her birthday, and so some things just didn't work out within the Holland household to make that happen. So, but other than that, phenomenal trip as far as I'm concerned.
And before I forget, I want to let everyone know that I had some zeros. And
3.
after one can, no lie, I was drunk to the point where I'm drunk dialing Rossi. I drunk dialed Corey.
I don't think you
And
did any of that until after the third can, to be fair. So let's
no,
just back up and talk
the
about this.
third can I shotgunned in the parking lot. You made me,
Correct.
and you almost
So let's just
killed
talk
me.
about. So let's just talk about that. So
Let's go from the beginning.
first game we play Team Rain. We've talked about the game in a little bit. We get done with the first game. Rob is there with us, and post game you said, "Hey, look, I made the promise. If Rob made it to the tournament, I'm going to drink his zeros." And so, right there in the lobby, right outside a crossbar, pop the top, down the hatch goes. I think it was a grapesicle.
It was a grape, and we cheered. We said,
Yep.
yeah, it was just
Down the hatch. We took pictures of it. I have pictures at the moment. I got to send them to you. I don't think I sent them to you yet.
okay.
And so I'll send them to you. You can put them on the socials and everything. But down the hatch goes the first zeros, and Abdoo's like, "Man, this is really good." Again, we've been talking about him for a couple years now. Abdoo's never tried them, not a drinker, and nobody's ever told him, "Hey, you should," or "You got to," or anything like that. This was a decision he made on his own because his guys were back in his hometown. And so down the hatch goes the first one, and the usually animated Jeremy Abdoo almost instantly became twice as animated as he walked through. I don't know at what point you drank the second one. I'm not really sure when you
Got
did
to the
that.
point like, oh, you're drinking a zeros? Yeah, you should try this flavor. I said, I'm not drinking anymore after this one. Then I was taking sips of like all the flavors, and I'm like, I'll have one more. I'll have one more if there's one available. And then Marola's like, you got to drink with me. So I had a drink with Marola.
So you had 2 drinks while we were at the rink. You and I were kind of hanging around the rink as the next few games got going. We were kind of doing the tournament director thing, greeting guys as they came in, dropping off the goodie bag with the pucks. Oh, that's what I meant to talk about. Pucks that were supplied and got to us by B&R. Phenomenal pucks. They look great. Zeros logo on one side, Dump and Skate logo on the other. Huge, huge shout out to Rob for letting us be a part of those pucks. It was really cool. We got to play with them during the whole tournament as well. And so the official game pucks and all was really, really cool. So, so we were waiting to kind of drop things off in each locker room, introduce ourselves to the teams, kind of let them know who we are if they had questions, and encourage them to give us feedback and things like that. So the last teams kind of get there, and before they can get going and all, you and I are like, all right, let's get out of here. The guys had all left. Was that the night we went to
Mariano's. Maggiano's.
Right.
Yeah.
So we left and we went to. All the guys were going to Maggiano's. I think dinner was at like 9:15 or something. And so we go out, we go to the car, and I can tell you're buzzing a little bit from the two you've had. And so we get to the car, and you're kind of walking, I don't know, not in circles, but you had a third one in your hand, and it was closed. So you walk all the way out, and you go to get in the car, and the next thing I know is you go to the front of the car, pop the top, and just start turning the thing down, like just shotgunning it. I said, "What are you doing?" You go, "Well, I can't get in the car with an open container." I said, "It wasn't open. It was closed. You just opened it. You could have just left it closed. We could have rode where we were going, and then you could have drank it slowly when we got there." And you were like, "Well, it's open now." And then you walked away from the car while you continued to just guzzle the thing, walking, looking for a trash can. So we left there and went to where you were staying, George's house. Left there, and as we tried to leave that area, make a left at nighttime, I had not driven in that area at night just yet, nor had I left there and made left-hand turns out of there, and that's where the no comes in.
Oh, so yeah, Holland. There's a median in the middle of the lane that divides the left lane and the right lane. Well, Holland nearly killed us. Like every time I drive through,
I highly doubt hopping a median is a death experience.
You were full blown headed into that left lane.
I was going to hit the sign that was like
no,
road.
no, and you just couldn't stop laughing. And yeah, that was. Can we go back to the first game of the locker room where Marola goes? Do you guys even play hockey? Because the locker room was just our usual shenanigans.
So we were short Pete.
Yeah.
And so, but we still had Grant.
No pun intended, Pete. Sorry.
Yeah. That, not even thinking that. So we were without Pete, but we still had Grant, and we had picked up Perino. And so we'd gotten there early. You had taught Marola, had, kept trying to entice him to play, telling him to come play, telling him to come skate. And finally, I don't even know when, but out of the blue, you were like, "He's going to skate. Marola's going to skate with us." I was like, "Well, that's cool. That was exciting." And we knew he had a lot going on that weekend, so he couldn't really skate all weekend with us. But it was really cool that he could make the time to skate in the one game. So sure enough, he comes in the locker room, and I think you were giddy like a little schoolgirl, because I think you just thought like,
I love Marola. Like
Marola's about to see all of the nonsense that happens in our locker rooms, like all of it.
Well, and then. I don't want to drop names, but there's my favorite locker room nudity. Not my favorite locker room nudity because he didn't show up, but my favorite outfit. And then Marola just walks in. And what did he say to you? Like, do you guys even play hockey?
Marola's sitting like two lockers away from me. My brother's sitting between us. And I mean, I don't know. We got guys that roll in the locker room and drop trow, and they're in thongs, or they're in a thong that runs up over their shoulders and is a bow tie and stuff. And so it's all for laughs, and it's all just cutting up. And so, but there's guys 45 minutes before the game walking around in a thong, just elephant trunk swinging, taping stick, like fist pumping, listening to music and stuff. And so John's half dressed and looks over at me and goes, "Do you guys even like try to play hockey, or you just do this in the locker room?" I said, "Yeah, no, we do it all that." So it was, John got a pretty good baptism by fire there, which John did say, I mean, I've seen it before. I played juniors, so he's like, I get it. But it was fun.
Oh, that was great. And yeah, I love playing with John. He actually tried to get me to play tonight, but my hip is just rocked. So
hip is exactly like your colon. Not in good shape.
Loose?
Not in good shape.
No. But it was cool to hang out with Marola and have a few drinks. He had maybe one too many, because my favorite text that I ever got, he sent me a text the next day and he goes, "I am rinsed." I just saw him today and I was like talking about that. And he was like, "I am rinsed, and whatever happens, if I get in trouble, I'm placing blame on you." I'm like, "That's fine. 100%. I'm fine with that." So,
oh man. So first game we played rain. We got our stuff pushed in pretty bad. I think we lost 9-4.
Maybe that's why I'm constipated. It's not the food.
It's all the beatings we took. Yeah. We looked like we had just walked off of a flight, so we just did not look particularly good, and we were a little bit of a hodgepodge. We had a 13-man bench, I think, at that point, and
Yeah.
so we had probably 4 or 5 guys from Chicago plus our group out of Savannah. So there was a little bit of lack of chemistry and understanding and things like that, and then Reno, who doesn't like to play where he doesn't like to play and pouts about not getting his way, started line hopping
Screwing
midway
up the
through the
lineup.
game.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
so that was a little irritating and kind of messed up some stuff too. But I love Kyler to death, and Kyler's a phenomenal goalie. But Kyler had probably one of the worst games I've ever seen him have. That game, it was brutal. He got off the ice immediately and started working on his skates. He said he was having a tremendously hard time finding an edge and pushing and stuff. But I think it
yeah.
had him all messed up because he was having, from what I could tell, he was having a hard time just seeing the puck. I mean, they scored on a floater shot that came from the blue line and kind of rainbowed
Well,
and
that game
went
one
underneath
was
his arm.
yeah, game one was a skate problem for a lot of people because people bought new skates, and I said, don't wear new skates for
Oh
game
yeah,
one of a tourney.
Chris
All
couldn't even
right,
make it
you're
through
right.
warm-ups.
You're
Chris
right.
couldn't even make it through warm-ups where he was complaining about his skates, and you had told him, bring your other skates to the bench so you can swap them. And he sits down, and not 10 seconds into the game, he's like, man, I can't skate in these skates. And I left my other skates in the locker room. I said, well, I don't know what you're going to do now. Leave the rink and go change skates? Like, what are you going to do? So he complained the whole game and didn't skate particularly well. But he didn't have as bad a skate as Packard did, who tripped over the red line, or Ponton, who tripped over the blue line, just flat
No
out.
one around. They
Yeah,
those
just washed out. Packard's was rough because Packard was going backwards. Red line grabbed his feet, and he did the full Holland, like feet going. And what was hilarious was when we were in Atlanta this time last year, I had one that looked similar to that. And Packard like blasted me from the bench, like just absolutely blasted me, right? So I'm sitting right next to Berlin on the bench. Packard washes out. Berlin stands up immediately and goes, "Get off the ice, Holland!" So yeah, it was like, I almost fell over. It was phenomenal. So I felt really good because those guys fell, and I was like, "Yes, I'm not falling." Felt good on my feet in that game. Took care of it in the last game we played in the tournament. Totally caught an edge. Just got going a little too fast, lost control of the puck, went to go pick it up.
this guy, I'm going
Caught an
too
edge and
fast.
just
I am
cased
skating
it.
at Mach
No, I
10.
going too fast for me. Not skating fast, just skating a little too fast, lost control of the puck, tried to grab it, caught an edge, washed out. You've seen the social media posts. It doesn't look pretty.
I thought it looked pretty.
Little pirouette.
I just want to blame the first game because you guys forced me to take you to Lou Malnati's at 1
That was
p.m.
insanity.
It wasn't even like so. We got this calamari, which was great. The bruschetta, was
Yeah, the
great.
bruschetta and the calamari were phenomenal. Like,
And then
absolutely
comes-
would drive back and go get those.
Here
100%.
comes a large deep dish, and I just wanted to get the girls some a cheese deep dish. But then Holland looked at me and called me a sissy and slapped me and goes,
Twice with both hands, open handed.
"Oh yeah," and then he goes, "Cheese." Really? I go, I'm telling you, you're just going to want to do cheese. And he goes, I want I
said-
want all the meat. Give me the meat. I want a deep dish meat bukkake. And I'm like, we'll do half and half. That's what the server did. And
Actually, the server said he would do Avenue. So to be fair, I've never had deep dish pizza before. My kids eat cheese pizza all the time in my house. Of course, it's just a regular cheese pizza, and it's bad pizza. And I'm like, man, I don't know. Pizza without toppings is just not one of my favorite things. So in hindsight, if you would have been like, hey, you put some meat on this thing, it might be like eating 17 sandwiches in one slice. It might be pretty heavy. Maybe just stick with the cheese. I probably would have backpedaled and been like, all right, that's fair enough. That's right. You just kind of were like, hey, what I normally do is cheese, but like you guys do whatever. And that's when the server said like, hey, you want some pepperoni and sausage? We'll throw it in there. One slice of pizza was like eating 4 slices of pizza.
It's deep.
I mean, it was insanity.
Well, it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent to, hey, look, don't wear new skates at a tournament. Hey, look,
you did not.
don't-
You never gave a disclaimer of, hey, don't eat the meat pizza. You just said what I normally get is cheese. That's all I ever normally get is cheese. I just normally get cheese. You never said, hey guys, heads up. Cheese pizza is going to fill you pretty good. If you start adding meat to it, it's going to get even
we
worse.
were in a coma for sure.
I could not move. It was. We walked around downtown Naperville for about 10 minutes. And I was like, all right, I'm good. We can go get back in the car now.
Yeah.
So we did the little kid thing. Sorry, John. We did the little kid thing. We drove out to one of the big box store hockey shops just because the last time I'd been in a
When
city
in
where we
Rome.
had to,
When in
yeah,
Rome.
just because the last time I'd been to a big box store hockey shop had been probably since I was a teenager. And so drove there, spent probably an hour
Almost.
there
Yeah.
just
That was
looking around. They had a
like
bunch
little
of
kid.
different variety of gloves and stuff, and so it was cool just kind of looking at all that stuff and everything. And bad
Almost.
prices. Prices were way better with our boys at B&R, but it was neat to go out there and kind of look at everything and just kind of, scope it out.
Almost killed us going through the toll too. Should I slow down? Well, I'll tell you what, it's too late to slow down when the toll's behind us. Worst Uber driver, I'm telling you.
But did you die? Huh?
I
Hey,
crap myself. I was about.
there's no insurance on soiled pants, my dude.
So then we go
But
back to
did
the
you die?
we go back to the hotel for a little bit. Let Packard wash up, get ready. Here comes car accident number 2. We're going to we're going out.
Where
to
did we
eat.
eat Thursday night?
We went to Tilted Kilt. That's where or I'm sorry, Tilted Kilt is where the our server was that told us about the strip clubs and everything like that. And we're like, hey, if you want to go, if you want to go here,
It's not Tilted Kilt.
oh, it isn't.
No, idiot. It's
What's that?
freaking Twin Peaks.
Twin
Tilted Kilt.
It's same thing. Tilted Kilt's the same thing as the Twin Peaks or Hooters.
I couldn't remember that. I was trying to tell people where I'd eaten, and I was like, I don't even remember where I ate.
So
Thursday
then
night.
I was.
But there's a reason I don't remember where we ate because we didn't even eat.
We got a whole bunch of appetizers. No,
we didn't even get a whole bunch. We got 3.
Yeah,
we got 3 appetizers, and we're like, all right, that's enough. We're done.
Well, we're driving in the left-hand lane. Tilted Kilt is on our right-hand lane, and Pat goes, Tilted Kilt's right there. And I was going to take you guys to the Foundry, and then you said, make a decision. Pat goes, Tilted Kilt. And we went from
3-lane crossing.
8 lanes, did maybe like a 360 donut right in the middle, and then we go into Tilted Kilt. I was so full from pizza.
I was too.
And we still got appetizers. Packard had a few drinks.
That's all we did was order appetizers and I think a drink each. That was it. Like there was no way we're eating. So yeah, this was a weekend of eating. I mean, if we track what we ate, it was nuts. So we get there, we went to Stan's Donuts. I had a pretzel bagel. I think Christopher ate a full-blown sandwich after he'd already eaten breakfast on the flight. And then we did lunch at Lou Malnati's with deep dish pizza plus some appetizers. Then we did dinner at Twin Peaks, which was just a handful of appetizers, and we really didn't eat much. Then we wake up Friday morning. We go to Pomegranate. We eat a pretty good-sized breakfast, most of us did. Rob ordered half the menu to share with the entire table. I know.
Rob.
And then
God bless you, Rob. Thank you so much.
What did we do for lunch on Friday?
They went to
the draft place, right?
Draft Picks, yeah.
What did we do? Did we go eat food? We didn't even eat lunch.
When did we go to Big Apple Bagel?
That was on Friday morning.
Oh yeah. See,
I mean Saturday morning. Sorry, Saturday morning. I came and
grabbed you.
Go to
Pomegranate. Friday
morning.
Okay, yeah. So then,
because all the girls left to go to the gym, you and I think, went to the rink, right?
Yeah, we went to the rink. And then who did we play Friday? Who was our first game Friday?
Rain. We didn't play them till like
I'm sorry, Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday.
Or 6 o'clock. Saturday we played the Seaman Saturday morning.
Oh yeah, that was.
And then we went to the draft place for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we ate lunch on Friday.
No.
Because we played and then we went to Maggiano's, which is nuts because I was so stuffed from Maggiano's it made me feel like I had eaten lunch somewhere.
Well, that's why I just got an egg white omelet. Yeah, I'm so
pomegranate.
Confused. Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, I don't remember what we ate on.
Well, Saturday night is where Daddy took us for sushi. Good God!
But yeah, so we got to go back on Saturday morning, did we eat at the Saturday morning was the bagels. Saturday lunch was the draft place where we ate
Yeah.
42 appetizers and plus food.
Cooch. Yeah, we did.
And then
Cooch
Saturday
thing.
night was
Yeah.
blue sushi, blue
Tokyo
sake.
overload. We went to downtown Naperville, and we had blue sake, or according to Google, blue sake.
Blue sake. Thanks, Google. Siri, you idiot. Yeah, then we got up Sunday morning and tried to cleanse with the hotel breakfast, and that didn't work particularly well.
I couldn't even eat. I just had like a bagel.
Then lunch on Sunday, we did Portillo's. And then we tried to do the Foundry for dinner on Sunday, which was a disaster.
Whoever the bartender was Sunday evening,
what a jerk.
Right around 6:30 at the Foundry, eat a bag of dicks and wash it down with some habanero salsa, you cocksucking fucker. I hate you. He was such a dick. That's my favorite bar, and I wanted to take you guys there. And he was just.
To be fair, Sunday night it was dead in there
because all the football games were done.
Yeah,
earlier it would have been crowded.
he was a
shit faced, cock ass fuckhead. I didn't like him. Then he made me look bad taking you guys there.
I didn't think anything of you because he was an idiot. But yeah, no, he was super rude, and so we got up and left there and ended up eating at Nick's, eating a gyro, which was the size of my head. And
I didn't even eat the gyro because I was so full.
No. So yeah, we ate like way too much food. It was bananas.
But Cooch, he's got to have a tapeworm because he's like, I'm hungry. An hour later, where are we going to eat? I'm like, Rob, I'm trying to make myself throw up from the meal before, and I'm hitting
reaching in and pulling out sausages from where you ate 2 days ago.
Like, I'm like a squirrel ready for winter, just storing food in my
stuffed in your cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
man.
So we played the Eskimo Seamen, our first game on Saturday. That was our only W of the weekend.
This is a good W, though.
Yeah, everybody on the team scored except for me. Which was
a running theme here, and it wasn't from it wasn't from lack of effort because boy, did I pass you a lot of pucks right in front of the net that you couldn't even put on the net, which is the craziest thing. I don't know how I passed it to you 2 times in the same shift on the tape within 6 inches of the crease, and it's not like you shot it and hit the goalie. You just missed the entire net, both shots.
It's that new stick. Never buy custom sticks from this place that we tell everyone, hey, we're buying. It's the stick's fault. It's the stick's fault.
The best reaction was the video you posted where Packard is at the blue line, sees the pass, watches you basically throw it in the netting above the glass behind the net, and throws his hands up immediately.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh.
Really hilarious. I did not have a good tournament. Performance wise, but
I didn't feel like I had a good one either, if that makes you feel any better.
You know what it was? I was thinking about this. Why did we play so bad? It's the altitude. There's a big altitude difference from low country to here.
Yeah.
And then
weather was great though.
Oh, I was about to say weather was amazing here. You guys couldn't ask for a better weather. Then we played Chris Gert's team, which Cooch really liked Gert. Cooch loved Gert. Shout out to Chris Gert and Team Fucked. They did not need to get Green Helmet. And I asked Gert, where did you because Green Helmet wasn't there Sunday. I go, where was he?
He wasn't there. He wasn't there.
He's like, oh, we just picked him up because we were short a guy. And I go, he would have made a difference. Green Helmet, if you didn't have him, you probably would have still beat us. Or at least, Green Helmet made a huge difference in the game. But I go, Gert, did you really need to get him? Did you really need to get him?
There was one point where, so for whatever reason, I guess what they started with was maybe their sod line started on the ice out there, and we put out our ones, which was Grant, Andy, and Reno. And so our twos were you, me, and Berlin. Well, Berlin's coming back from a shoulder injury and was what I didn't know until later. It was nursing a sore back for most of the weekend. You are skating on 1 1/15 of a leg, and then there's me, right? And so we skated the first couple of shifts against their twos, which were really their ones. And I got back to the bench and I said, "Hey guys, look." I looked at Grant, I looked at Perino, and I looked at Andy. I said, "Guys, we're doing everything we can to hang on with these guys, but this is a bad matchup. We are going to start losing matchups out here because we cannot match those guys stride for stride. They are
You're
just
saying it nicely. You're
burning
like,
us."
hey guys, Abdoo is watering us down.
I
Like,
never once pointed you out as
you didn't
doing
have
anything
to.
right or wrong. We were dying trying to keep pace with that line. When we flip flop, we could hold pace with the other line just fine. We
Yeah.
didn't have any issues. Now, we weren't creating a bunch of scoring opportunities, but we could play net zero and we were okay. And so, but Ponton and Grant, and I don't know, I didn't watch them really closely, but even when Ponton, Grant, and Reno were out there with the guys we should have been skating against, they were efforting like super hard and not able to get a ton of shots on this. I'm not sure what was going on that game. I don't know. I think that was the game where we had the opening. Was that the one where I had the opening draw and I immediately walked in and got a shot off or tried to get a shot off? Or
That
was that a
was
different game?
I I'm not sure, but that was the like Grant scored within the first
No.
10 seconds of
Oh
that
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, that's a good point.
their goalie
Yeah,
has go ahead.
yeah. Go. No, no, no. You do it.
So I was at BNR on Tuesday just hanging out with the guys, and in walks this kid, baby smooth face, not a zit on his face. Um, and then John Wilt goes, "Hey, that's we're playing against him Saturday night." I go, "How old is he?" He's like, "Oh, he's a U16 player. He's legit. Like
So we
he's a
found out he was actually a U17 kid. He's actually
he's a U
17 years old. But yeah,
yeah, but he's legit, and like there's a big hype about him around the rink. So pretty good goalie, I would say.
the hype was warranted. Kid was legit good. We watched him skate against some other teams earlier in the day, and they were Gert's team was not giving up a lot of goals. Now again, kudos to the players out there, but the kid was making a lot of really good saves. He moves quick. He was well positioned. It took a lot. It took a lot to beat him. The worst game I saw him play was a championship game,
Mhm.
and they played Team Rain, and Team Rain was pretty relentless and just kind of hammered them. Yeah, they were good. I will say the other Savannah squad gave him a fit. I think put 5 goals or 4 goals on him
Mhm.
in the playoffs, and so but 2 of those goals didn't come until with like 1 or 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
So the kid was barely letting in 2 or 3 goals a game until the championship, until the playoffs and the championship and all. So I think we got 2 on him, right?
2.
Yeah. Grant had a really good opening goal, and I think I got one in the second period. Yeah, 2nd period.
Yeah.
And so
And when, for the record, I was out there when you scored because I was screening the goalie because it takes me about a sorrow time to get back to the ice. But when you scored the goal, the first thing the defenseman who goes, "Really, that guy?" I thought that was hilarious.
oh, he said that about me?
Yes, he goes, "Really,
Oh,
that guy?"
that's not
He's like,
nice.
"Oh, he's the uglier one of the Holland sisters." Yes, boom, boom.
What a jerk. Did he really say really that guy?
No, he just goes, yeah, he just goes, "Really, that one?" Or no, he said that one, but I wanted to say that guy. No, but he goes, "Really, that one?" Because but it was nice to get a goal behind him, and I was out there screening
That's
him. That's
funny.
all I could do is screen him. But yeah, we went 1-1 for the day, and then we had Sunday's game, the consolation game against Dan Hustlin. Good guy. I love you, Dan. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a big supporter of the podcast. He says he uses it to drive to, he lives in Grand Rapids and he uses this podcast to listen to when he goes to Traverse City, which is a gorgeous area in Michigan. So it was good to see you. And thank you again for getting your team. That's we lost that one. That was a fun game. That was a close one up until we were just short.
We
only had,
were gassed. So
yeah,
Rob had
thanks a lot.
left, Reno had left. We were light on the bench. A
Oh,
couple
and
of Chicago
BB,
guys.
Dylan
Yeah.
Beebe just vanished and like ghosted us. I don't know what happened. I think it was the the outfits may have freaked him out a little bit. Maybe it was because Holland wanted to surround the goalie after one game and do a team chat. Although Grant, your speech was great. The 1, 2, 3 zeros was hilarious. So yeah, we
Oh,
BB
that was
just
some
stopped
Pee-wee
playing
stuff.
the last 2 games. Like
Yeah,
he
he
just
did, like by not showing up, he stopped playing.
no, literally, he did not show up. Like he
Yeah,
did
that's
not
what I'm
dress
saying.
with us. He did not dress. So
Oh man. So yeah, so we skated with 8 guys. So we had 2 winger subs and 1 D sub in that last game. And I am pretty sure the food, alcohol, and everything else from the weekend had taken its toll because we were gassed. I mean,
mhm.
it was brutal, brutal, brutal.
Yeah, but that's we can get into it if you want. I That's where I got rocked by a nice
Yeah,
little.
I saw it. I saw it happen, and it wasn't like a massive hit, but he definitely pinned you and kind of lifted you up off the ice.
Yeah, it was
Um,
the twisting move because I wasn't expecting it.
yeah,
If you, maybe if I can resave it, I'll resave it. Um, I got pinned against the boards, fell down awkwardly, and fuck you, Goody. You got me. You got me. Like, and
yeah. I heard you. I heard because I was on the ice and I was coming through the slot, I think, and you had gone to the boards because the puck was wrapping around the boards. And right about the time you got there, he must have said something to you or something, but it pinned you. And I heard you say something like, "Oh, like my hip or f you goody" or something like
yeah,
that. And so, and I kind of caught out of the corner of my eye that you had kind of gotten pinned and then like lifted sideways up. And I thought, oh, shoot. And so I think I peeled behind the net and kind of hesitated coming out of the zone and kind of watched for a second to make sure you were going to like move and get up. And so you did and everything, but I knew you were hurting.
mm,
And I, my wife had to stop watching me play years ago because if I played with my brothers, if somebody did something to my brother, that's my family, and I would usually kind of see red, and so it wasn't good. Like I was, my wife said, she's like, "That's not who you are." She's like, "I'm not going to come watch you be somebody who I don't know you to be. You know, you got to stop playing with your brother. You can't do that. Like you just can't act that way." So I've grown up a lot. I don't do that anymore. If people want to take free runs at my brother, go ahead, just have at it. Not really, but Chris and I can play together. And same thing with my brother Matthew. And I don't get nearly as wound up about guys. Now, if you take a direct like run at my brother, I'm probably going to take some exception to that kind of thing. But smaller stuff, it doesn't bother me. But you and I are so close that I started feeling a lot of the same feelings that I used to feel when my brother had stuff happen. And so I know that you have limited time being able to play left because of the hip injury. We talk about it constantly on the podcast. It was your hometown, so I felt like these guys should know. And I told you post game, I said, full disclosure, I automatically started running through my head and calculating, like, hey, at what point in this game can I truck this guy, like lay him out, send him to the hospital, and not like start a complete team brawl because I knew that most of the guys on our team wouldn't understand why I would go after the guy. I knew
mm.
you probably would, but you would be like walking out there with a walker to try to get in
I
there.
looked like Grant after the end
Yeah.
of the game.
And so it would probably be like a Jeremy Holland beatdown for a little bit until a couple guys were like, yo, what were you doing? And get out there to try to help me. And so I was rapidly calculating in my head, like, at what point can I take a run at this guy? At what point can I take a run at this guy? And so yeah, I mean, even you were pretty hacked about it. He came over to the bench and started kind of,
Making small talk like nothing
yeah,
happened.
and we kind of figured out later that we think he didn't realize like how bad your hip was jacked
Correct.
up, which is crazy. I don't know, and maybe sure, maybe that's okay, but he came over to make small talk, and I was sitting right next to you or pretty close to you. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I almost slept through my alarm today." And your response didn't help calm me down at all because you looked at him and said,
I go, well, he was telling me like, hey, yeah, so this morning, my alarm, and I go, I don't give a fuck. Good, you can't hit me like that, man. I got a bad hip. And then just looked at me like, yeah, okay. Like that was his response, right? Am I wrong?
I mean, it was, you said, he said, "Oh, I almost slept." And you said you didn't give an F. And he kind of looked and he laughed and kind of kept going. And you were like, "No, I'm serious. I don't give an F. You can't hit me like that." Like my hip is in bad shape. And I think you even skated over to their bench at one point
Mhm.
and talked to him. But he kept kind of jokingly saying like, hey, all right, I'm about to go out there. I'm going to come out there or something. And you even said something about like, I'm going to get goody or something like that.
I
And so
tried one time too.
in my mind, I'm again, like you had a couple different people up there talk about after they'd met me, they'd never met me before. And they were like, oh, he's a well thought out guy. Like either, I kid you not, like my brain was running an overdrive. Like, okay, at what point can I take a run at this guy that it's not going to be like me versus everybody for an extended period of time, or like, I don't want to do this in the second period and like the whole game descend into chaos. And so I'm actively like timing it up in my head, like when can we do this? And thankfully, I just kind of let it go. I think I saw you go over to the bench and talk to him on the bench, on his bench,
Yeah.
maybe between like the second and third period. And I think that kind of triggered where I just kind of let it go. And also didn't do anything else to you, and you kind of seemed to let it go a little bit. So I kind of relaxed and chilled a little bit. So, and I get it, you're a full grown adult, you can defend yourself, but you're like family, and I don't like it when people, in what I feel like is a dirty hit, play, whatever on
I
somebody.
got you.
Because
And
again,
like I said, I
I'm
love you for it.
protective. I'm protective of you because you don't have a lot of time left playing. And anybody that does
No,
anything
I
stupid
don't.
that anybody that does anything that shortens that pisses me off, because we all love this game. We all love playing hockey. That's the whole reason we did all this. This was not a tournament full of like, hey, you get a big prize when you win, right? Or anything crazy like that. This was guys that enjoy playing beer league, guys that enjoy the culture of hanging out. We talked with the Rocks barbecue guys about, and we talked with Jack from the Seaman team about like, hey, part of the fun is just going and being able to talk to these guys and meet guys from different areas and hear their backgrounds and hear their hockey stories and stuff like that. It's a big part of what we tie into our podcast and stuff. And so I know you don't have a ton of time left being able to do that. And so it really, really, really gets under my skin when I feel like somebody I care about is going to have that time shortened
Mhm.
by somebody else that's doing something stupid.
Not
And
a lot of
so,
yeah, not a lot of time left for sure. This
yeah,
weekend was an eye opener. Franzone, shout out Franzone. Thank you for coming up here. He even said, "What did he say? Are you nursing an injury? Because this is the worst I've seen
he
you
said, this
play."
is the slowest I've ever seen you move. And
Yeah,
he
he's
asked you
like,
if you were,
"Get that done. Get that hip
yeah,
replaced." But me being the mature person that I am, I even though my time is limited, it makes sense for me to go out and buy new skates as I did today. So it makes a lot of sense.
an idiot.
Lumping cake for sure.
Lumping cake.
Um, but again, congrats to Team Rain for winning the championship against Gert's team. That was actually a fun game. I was,
Well
uh,
deserved. I said
yeah,
from the end of round robin play, I felt like we had a rough draw in our bracket because I felt like we played the number one and number two team, and that bore out. I the championship got away from Gert's guys a little bit, but I felt like they were probably a little more evenly matched
mhm.
team, and I think actually Gert's guys had beaten. Yeah, they did. Gert's guys had beaten the Rain team in round robin play, but in a shootout they had tied. And so now, in defense of the Rain guys, we found out that only about half of their team actually showed up to the game, the first game, and that was because their entire team had gone to the casino until about 5 a.m. And so they
Good
were
for them. Good for them.
struggling making it in there at, I think it was like 10 or 10:30. It was crazy.
Overall, everybody had a good time. And the zeros, this was a huge thing for me. Everybody liked the zeros. Didn't hear one bad thing. And they just go, these are awesome. These are awesome. Chris Gert called me up and when we were at Portillo's, he said he called me and goes, "Hats off to you guys. Thank you so much for doing this. We had a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
got such positive feedback on the tournament, on the zeros. So I can't wait to do this again for
Yeah.
sure. Can't wait to do this again.
Outside of Goody being a jackhole to you, everybody was really cool. And again, there were some good competitive games, and there's always some semi chippy stuff, but everybody seemed to stay level headed. Nobody really got out of control.
No,
Nobody
but
got
the
to win
guy
after each other.
that did his Sally of the consolation game, what a clown.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like oh God, it was the doofiest goal too. Like it was a floater, like fluttery thing that drifted in. Kyler even said, like post game, he was like,
Oh, I
"Hey,"
lost your volume. Hold on a second. All right.
Kyler even said, "Hey, like
Shit, I
a
just
couple
screwed
of
this
those
up.
goals, it's fine. I can still hear you. What's wrong with yours?"
All right, I'm good.
Yeah, I could hear you just fine.
All right.
Kyler even said, he was like, "Hey, a couple of those goals. I think the game was a 3-2 game. Kyler was like, a couple of those are mine." He's like, "Those were just bad goals and all." And so that winning goal was definitely one. So, and we couldn't get I think all weekend, anytime we played a team that we were evenly matched with, we didn't get any puck luck, like not a drop of it. It
Blame
just,
the pucks.
I don't know
I
who you
just
want
like
to
to say
blame.
they're so bouncy.
But yeah, it was. Grant and I were talking in that last game. Grant was struggling controlling the puck, and it's not because he can't control it. It was just every time we made a move, puck would hit something on the ice and bounce. And every time he would try to make a move around a guy, again, it wasn't a mishandle. It was the puck would just hop, and so it's kind of a bummer. But hey, look, that it goes that way. Sometimes you get all the puck luck, and other times you get none of the puck luck.
Are you hungry?
Currently, no.
Well, here, I got a Greek salad for you. I want to say hi.
How are my two favorite filthy daddy days?
Guys, this is my friend Georgia. This is who I stay with when I'm in town. She is Greek and
Dirty.
dirty Greek. Yeah.
I practiced this while I was on the couch.
She was writing up her little intro herself, and she's like, I got to implement the word daddy in here. So,
I did. I had to. It was, listen,
Georgia, what do you like on your hamburger?
everything. I'm Greek.
She's like,
I'm
well,
juicy. Don't ever ask a Greek girl what she wants on her cheeseburger. Cheeseburger. On a hamburger, cheeseburger.
I don't know.
I mean-
I have 5 kids. I can't go order a burger without one kid being like, "Well, I didn't want that. Well, I didn't want this. Well, I didn't want that." I'm like, guys, look. I said I have 5 kids. That's who I order for. That's who I'm familiar with ordering for. So anytime any of the people that I order food for says, "Hey, I want this," the automatic question I have to ask is, "Okay, what do you want on it?" Because I'm sure you're going to tell me you don't want something. So it's just it's out of habit. It's not a
pork rinds.
What'd you say? We didn't tell that story.
we did not. Do we want to tell it really quick?
Georgia, who wants to tell the story though?
Jeremy, I could bring it out too.
Go get them.
Go get them.
I'll even
Abdoo,
eat
you
one
might
for-
you
I'll
might
even
start
eat one- I'll
barfing.
even eat one for the podcast. I'll do it for the podcast.
Did you? Chris's stomach turned so fast.
So when I bit into
Which
it,
was so weird. I'm like, I eat fish skin all the time. Like, what is the
so I
big
took a
deal?
video of it. Maybe I'll post the video, but
I really have to like I have to like walk away from it because it feels so gross.
Stupid.
so Georgia has a dog, and her dog treats are on her counter. So I figured all the dog treat because she's very organized. As when
Okay,
you saw her
back
play.
up for a second here. For clarification, it's a big clear glass jar with a lid on it. Kind of looks like almost like a big cookie tin, but the big one with all of it's hard to see with the
Can I grab
background
the other
thing.
one?
But all of they're hard to see. You're gonna have to shut the background off to
I'm
be able
going
to
to
see
turn
it.
the background off.
But so the big tin has a variety assortment of dog treats in it. Very, very clear and obvious that they are dog treats. Like no questions asked,
And
right?
if you have a dog, you would know. Dog
Like
treat.
that 100% looks like. But again, the jar that you're holding could be used to store rice, flour, sugar, cookies, like
Why are we
anything.
starting off with rice? Why are we starting off with rice? So Georgia is Greek. She cooks, and her family owns a restaurant. So I'm thinking, wow, homemade pork rinds.
Why?
Pork rinds. They look like pork rinds.
Hold on.
I can see the scales through the camera, Abdoo. I just don't get how you thought that was a pork rind.
No Greek at all. Whatever.
Oh yeah, it's tough. It smells like blue sake, like in the dead heat of the summer.
No Greek would make a pork rind. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So
I
what
thought it was a
these
pork rind?
That's a-
what these are, Abdoo goes into the pantry,
Do I eat
apparently
one?
No
pops open the lid on these guys and says,
just like-
pork rinds, and takes a bite.
Like that.
Why are you friends with him?
takes a bite of it, and then tells Georgia, "Oh, hey, by the way, I think these pork rinds are a little rough." And she goes,
Is
"You
there
mean?"
anything in my teeth?
She says, "You mean my salmon skin dog treats?"
I just swallowed it too. My breath is. Give me a kiss, sweetie.
Oh, oh,
My poor dog is like, is this motherfucker eating my dog?
Oh yeah,
yes.
that's tough.
So he's
That's
gonna
tough.
pee.
I just did
He's
that for the podcast.
He's
Oh,
gonna
that's
pee
tough,
on
my
your
breath.
pillow in a minute
need-
and be
I
like,
need to-
"I hate this guy. He keeps eating my salmon treats."
But for real, and I told him, it's like, in all the years that you have known me, you know me to have pork rinds. First of all, I don't even know what a pork rind is. Second,
It's
like,
pork rind. It's
Right, see?
pig skin.
why would I eat that? I don't even-
Chicharrones.
Yeah,
No.
my breath is like.
They're good.
I
Low
would love to
calorie
be in
snack.
front of a
They're really
goalie
good.
right now and just go. Come here, Tanuzi.
What did she just put in your mouth?
A mint.
This is Greek mastica. It's good for your health.
It's a Greek mustachio. They're all hairy. They're all hairy.
They're all-
Flavor.
So yeah, I'm. On this note, I'm glad you got to meet my friends, Marola. It was good to have you guys, and then you got to meet
Georgia. Yeah,
Georgia.
it's
they're
good fun.
great salad.
We all spent
That was the highlight of the trip.
the highlight.
The
The highlight of the trip was
moving your furniture.
Abdoo is moving your furniture with my brother. Yeah.
The sisters were like, we could move the couch. And I was like, did you-
She was confused when I said, "Oh yeah, the girls." She's like,
I was waiting for girls.
Joke's on you. We were there the whole time.
Man.
Yeah, the best part was watching you guys try to leave the hotel at like midnight with the full-on Middle Eastern wedding celebration happening, and Abdoo screaming in his best Middle Eastern accent
I didn't think I was that loud.
across
Honestly.
it was incredibly loud.
Josh
As Georgia
even said-
tried to like speed walk away from you, and then I see Abdoo like round the corner, like speed walk to catch up. Oh
Like,
man!
oh,
it was
Georgia, please wait for me. Even Josh, like every time, I'm telling you, my phone's getting hacked. I don't even want to make a joke about it. Not even on this.
hide your phone. Hide your
I
phone.
could just wait. Like, I'm going to try and call him. And be like, Georgia, didn't I tell you? It's like, no, you didn't. My phone was hacked. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
All right, you're off the podcast. Go.
Are you gonna find out?
Man, though that pork rind is, my breath is like,
Ugh.
it's kicking like Bruce Lee.
Do you want
It's really tough.
want a ginger bite?
I need something. But this is what
Holy
she does.
crap.
She feeds me like
I almost got it.
she feeds me like cooch, and she always she just made me dinner.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, something I could have just put in the microwave. She has these ready to made meals, and then
Yeah.
I could leave you mint.
pork rind.
That is a ginger chew.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, this.
just eat it.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like a root beer candy, right? So I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
It's not. It's gonna be like eating those pink things on the freaking sushi plate.
No, the ginger chews are quite delicious because they actually settle people's stomachs. So
I'm aware of how ginger works. Thank you,
she's
Georgia.
running-
Appreciate that.
Hey, nice.
We are not friends. Make a comment. Go ahead. Say something.
No, I'm not going to. Nice roots.
Careful, Jeremy. Sleep with one eye open. I know where you're staying the next week.
Wow.
Oh man.
I had to delay my appointment because somebody is using my car.
Not
She's
for
letting me use
not
the
for the
car.
weekend. They didn't. They had an Uber.
I actually have appointments during late in the afternoon or in the morning, but you know what?
She's letting me use her car for the 2 weeks that I'm here, which is
You know,
really
I have
nice.
to
A
Uber it,
nice car, by the way.
And I Uber
like,
it.
Spaceship.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
spaceship.
my favorite There's a spaceship.
We got to meet her friend too, Marina, with the great hugger. Great hugger, let me tell you.
So
Jeez
weird. Why
Louise.
are
Great
you-
hugger.
And you know what? I never got to show you guys the send in the car because he couldn't figure out how to hit the home button.
All right,
That's what it was. You hit the home button to do it.
I
The
guess
home button, Jeremy. The home button.
you hit the whole button, is what she's saying. Like, you hit the home button.
The whole button.
Martha.
But I put on the charm with Marina with the hug and the eyebrows.
You're gonna always fuck that up, mess
Does she hug that long? He went 2 rounds in that hug. I got deflowered.
Did she really ask?
Did she really ask that?
She was like, that was a long hug. And I was like, yeah, that's fair.
Awesome.
All I got was a limb handshake after that hug.
Yeah, my hug worked wonders. I sucked the life out of her. She's like, nice to meet you, Mr. Holland. You're the uglier of the Hollands. Who's this tall guy?
Anyways, I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. I'm so sorry you have to constantly deal with the daddy dirty duos. And
Daddy dirty duo.
Oh, is that your closing for the
so I can continue working my wonderful secret job.
Okay, we won't tell you what to do.
OnlyFans. I'm just kidding.
Her OnlyFans, if you guys want to look her up, it's Georgia L. Password is C:\enter pound.
Okay.
Lots of toys involved in this in her OnlyFans. Lots of toys. We're talking ones that you can sit on, ones that have suction cups.
Okay, we are a hockey podcast. I think we might have.
I'm promoting my friend.
I think
you
we
can pay
might
for
have
her
drifted.
spaceship.
Thank you.
Pay for her spaceship.
Her username is really not Georgia L. It's hurting for a squirtin'. So go. Password is C:\enter pound.
Oh gosh. Oh man. All right. That's not good grief.
Great way to close. Like and subscribe, people. Okay, just stare. Go ahead and talk. I
think Sarah's angry at the dog. Hang on. What happened? No.
All right, guys. Like, subscribe, follow us on all social media. Shout out to my friend Monica for getting everybody at her job to like and just subscribe on all of our platforms. She spent the day getting everyone at her job to follow us. So we now have a full 10 subscribers total on all the platforms.
Shut up, an idiot. Such an idiot.
Thank you, Monica.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you.
for doing that.
Yeah, if you guys saw us in Chicago, we had the shirts with us. Abdoo still has them, so hit us up if you want some. Appreciate all of you that did swing by and buy a shirt. Just so you know how any of that works, I think we've talked a little about it. If you're buying a shirt, you're helping to support us and what we do. So some of the platforms we use do cost us. We love being able to do this for you guys, and we'll be happy to continue to pay for it out of our own pockets to keep doing it. But if we can make a little bit of scratch and lessen the load of the cost on that, it helps. So we did the t-shirts as a way to do it. So we know a lot of people locally here in Savannah have wanted them, have talked to us about it and purchased them. It was nice to get to see a few people in Chicago that bought them. So if you're in Chicago, you listen to this, Abdoo still has the shirts available. Hit him up, and they're great. We love them. I think we're both wearing them tonight. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
So, but yeah, guys, we really appreciate your support. We are going to try our best to do better about
see you in
not
December,
waiting
guys.
for 7 months.
Merry Christmas.
The season is coming up very soon for us here locally. My kid's going to be traveling, and so I'm going to be traveling with him, coaching. So I'll have some coaching stories, some kid stories, some playing stories. So that and a whole lot more. We have made some great connections with the guys up in Chicago. So I think we've got a handful of options for guests lined up. So a lot of stuff coming your way. Hopefully the Holland House settles down and we don't live in a perpetual state of construction, and we can get back into a nice rhythm with the podcast. So appreciate you guys being patient, though. Appreciate you guys being loyal and supportive listeners.
Yeah, thank you for listeners, especially this weekend. We've heard so many people say, I love your podcast.
Yeah.
But this might be the last time that I'm on, just because I feel like I've been replaced now that Holland is a coach.
Such an idiot.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
I didn't want to tell you, but I think that next year, if you can't skate, we're going to bring him to play as my new wing partner.
I've been replaced on the podcast and on the team. No, just kidding, guys. I'm not leaving. There's no way I'm leaving this. So again, like, subscribe, share. Please send me some like Ducalax for my constipation. I just went out and had some prune juice and grape nut. Georgia made me think of grape nut. I'm about to use one of her toys, like that fist that she has, just to clean me out. It'll be like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
I
All
wish
right.
that picture of you of me that you took when downtown
Was
Naperville
real. Was
yeah,
real.
squatting over the
Dog you do.
dog. Which, by the way, Naperville,
Do
what
better.
the heck? Like the first 20 minutes, my friends are in my favorite city. There's dog duty in downtown Naperville. Like, clean up. You probably pee in the shower too. By the way, my friend Monica, she does not pee in the shower either. She told me that people that pee in the shower are gross.
Perfect.
So, Georgia, do you pee in the shower? Maniac.
Could have called that one.
Surprise.
And on that note, oh man, guys, thanks for listening. We love you. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye, bitches. Hide your phones.